so good to be here today. I'm so excited because for me, this video is not just about having it at my channel, but it's an opportunity for me to inspire so many women out there and a lot of young youth out there that is doable and you can do it. So a lot of people have reached out to me and said, what are you even celebrating today? Today, I celebrate hard work. I celebrate resilience. I celebrate dedication. My journey has been consistent and has seen significant growth. So 10 years ago, at about this time, I got an offer letter, after leaving the financial sector, where I was working after my youth service with a bank, one of the commercial banks here in Nigeria. So I left the commercial bank and decided to move my career forward because I've had my own definition of what career is and what it should be. I've also had my plans of how I intend to go about my career growth and how to move, because I've had some people that have looked forward to as my role model and people that I always aspire to be like them. So 10 years ago, I decided to take a call to join the oil and gas downstream sector. Yes, I joined the oil and gas downstream sector, not as what I am today. I was employed as one of a retail station manager. So I was a retail station manager somewhere in a satellite community in Abuja, somewhere around the Karimo axis, where I was a station manager managing a retail outlet. I was there for about 2 years and 8 months. Yes, during the 2 years and 8 months, there were a lot of experiences. Like I said, if I have to talk about my growth, my career growth, my experiences on the job, the video may just be too long. But I was there for almost 3 years, which about 2 years and 8 months. And for my, input and what I was able to achieve in my career or in managing that retail outlet, I was transferred to run a flagship station. So my career growth moved from being a retail station manager from a small city, small satellite settlement in FCT in Karimo to running a flagship station in Gwarinpa. So I resumed in Gwarinpa and I took up the challenge. I took up the challenge where the oil and gas downstream was very, what I call volatile, because right now things are stable. But those days they were not stable because we had to deal with a lot of what I call scarcity. We had to deal with a lot of issues at the retail outlet. So I was there and I tried my best to make sure that I contribute my quota, both in terms of profitability, in terms of bottom line, in terms of even being present and available. I love what I do. Let me put it basically. So I was there. Is it climbing off a truck? Yes, I could climb a truck, and trying to, go through the process of discharge. Then I was there for reporting. I was there at the forecourt. I did forecourt management. I did, like I said, liaising and managing even the truck drivers in terms of product reception is a big deal of its own, So, but, I was there. And I was able to scale through that phase of my career. And after successfully managing the station where I went tremendously well in terms of sales. The numbers are there. I don't like to talk about the numbers because one thing I tell people is that mathematics is such a good course, because when you are doing it, the numbers will also always speak. So I was there in Gwarinpa running one of our flagship stations. Then after the flagship station, from what the results that came out from hard work that both myself and the entire team, put, in place, I was later promoted to become an area manager. Okay, after my promotion to become an area manager, that story is very interesting. So first of all, I want to talk to you. I just coming across this video for the first time. I just coming across this channel. In this channel, we talk about energy. I take time to show out there what my job entails and what I do on a day-to-day activities. And I also try as much as possible to encourage women that we can play in any space. We can play in any industry. There's no industry that is quote and unquote, made for the masculine or the men. It's an industry where women can also contribute to their own quota. So let's go. So I was now appointed as an area manager. And there I go to a bigger task, a bigger responsibility. In all these stages, there are experiences that, like I said, today is a day of celebration, celebrating my 10 years in oil and gas. I don't want to bore you with a lot of stories, but if you want to hear those stories, please let me know at the comment section where you want me to encourage you as a result of my career growth. So I was employed as an area manager, where I was managing and covering FCT and Northwest. So before I get to that, initially I was employed to be an area manager covering the entire North, and you know how the landscape of the northern market is like, and after some few months, my role were well defined and streamlined to cover FCT and Northwest. So FCT and Northwest, where I had to cover the entire, the way mine is structured. I cover FCT, which is the Abuja, Kefi, and Minna, and Lokoja. That falls under FCT in our, area demarcation. Then I also needed to cover Kaduna down to Kano, where we needed to have our presence. Ooh. Was it very easy? No. I will get to the challenges, but I was able to. Mind you, I also want to let you know that I was, appointed as the first female area manager of my company. Interesting, right? So I stepped into the show, and when I was given the letter, one thing I asked myself is, are you sure you're going to do this? Are you sure you're ready for it? Are you sure you want to really do it? So I took a moment of my time. I sat down. I had to, process it, and I asked myself, are you ready to do it? Do you want to do it? Because one thing I try to do is that, I don't like to fail. So I will also speak more about that as we go into the video. So I was appointed as area manager covering FCT and Northwest, and later, after some few years of hard work and juggling it and taking it in and out, I was later promoted and appointed the regional manager of the Northern Market again. So right now, I needed to cover the entire North, starting from end to end, the 19 states of the North and FCT. I had to cover that. Again, I was appointed as the first regional manager. So first regional manager, and up to date as we speak, I think I have been the only female that has played in that role as a regional manager. Interesting, right? All glory to God. However, when you also hear the story of the challenges and what I had to suffer, what I had to go through to take over this role, you will decide whether you want to take up that career growth or not. So there we go again. So the next question I've heard people ask me is that, oh, madam, as we go through your career. Now, mind you, I have not finished my career growth. So where I had to manage as a regional manager. So I managed the entire northern region, starting from end to end, where I had to travel miles, 1,000 kilometers away. I mean, hundreds of kilometers away from my FCT, to the extent of getting down to places like Gombe, Yola, Adamawa, and most of those joining, I took them by road. So after my stay in FCT and the North for a while, I was appointed sometime last year, about May last year. So I'm also like about a year on my new role. I was appointed as the group head of retail sales. Interesting, right? Very, very interesting. Also, when I got to that role, I was able to sit down, ask myself, process it, and say, do you want to do it? So today, I have successfully managed and been in Reign Oil for the past 10 years and counting for the past 10 years. And also, so today I've successfully been in the oil and gas downstream for 10 years and counting. And I have risen from just being a station manager 10 years ago in one satellite town called Karimo. Today, I head the retail department as the group head of retail for my dear company. So, let's move on. How have I been able to do this? People have asked me several times, how have I been able to juggle my career, my family, and to balance my work life? Oh, interesting. It hasn't been easy. It was not even easy from day one that I had to manage, try to work on moving on my career ladder and also maintaining my family. When I was a station manager, I go to work, close, and come back home, right? Yes, I may come back late because, if you know how to manage a retail outlet, you know that it's early resumption and late closure. I was able to do that. But I come back home to meet my family. At some point in the career, as we aspire to grow in our career, I became an area manager. And being an area manager, I also have to juggle, travel, within the FCT and Northwest and come back, right? They say to whom much is given, much is expected, and the reward for hard work is more hard work. I was later appointed as the regional manager where I had to cover the entire North, right? Good. So it got to a point where I was managing at a larger scale. So I had to travel to the nooks and crannies of the North. I have to go down, to so many places. My journey, my traveling experience became, more expanded. Again, I will leave family, I will go, I'll come back. After successfully managing the North for a period of about 4 years as a regional manager, I was now appointed the group head of retail sales. Good. So I'm sure someone on this call will be saying, oh wow, she's been moving from here to there. Like I said, when I get to my challenges, I'll probably give you a full video of how my journey was. You will now decide whether you're ready for it or not. So I was appointed as a group head of retail where I had, and I'm currently managing at that level. So I needed to relocate. Being a group head, I'm now quote and unquote bigger than the North, not to stay in the North anymore. So I had to move to Lagos, a town I have not lived, stay and live, but rather just go for meetings, visit, and come back. Then I had to move to Lagos to live and work in Lagos. So managing it at that level, you can actually answer the question for yourself in terms of managing my career and my family. So now, not to take this video too long, let's just go briefly to the challenges. How has the journey been? Today, I celebrate my win. My small win at my own level and capacity. But I also want to let you know that it has been a journey of tears. Yes, it has been a journey where I had to ask myself, must I do this? I have been at that point where I have taken some decisions that, so the journey to the top hasn't been easy. So let's take it this way. I had to manage as a station manager at some point. I moved to manage a flagship station where you try as much as possible to manage and put things under control, where there are no issues and there are no escalations. You're dealing with customers here, you're dealing with externalities, you're dealing with regulators, you're dealing with so many people, either at the forecourt or you're dealing with drivers in terms of logistics. It's not you cannot, I don't know if you can imagine it for a woman. So not to make this video too long, one thing I will not fail to talk about is the experiences that as you grow your career, you must be determined. Determination for me is a key word. The zeal and the resilience to push ahead despite all odds, and also to just present and contribute your quota. Again, I said one of the key challenges, and one thing I will not forget, is one of my journey to Kano. We know what is happening in Nigeria, where we had to apply the Kaduna-Kano road. At some point, we just passed a certain point on the Kaduna-Kano road, and just getting into Kano, I heard on news about the kidnap that happened along that road that same day that we passed through. And so many other ones we passed through. We traveled, we went to different places. There was a journey we had to travel from Abuja to Jos to Gombe to Jalingo to Yola. All these were done by road. It's been a wonderful journey. It has been an interesting journey. It has been a journey that is mixed with tears, cry, excitement, and I am most grateful to God that today I'm here to encourage someone that you can do it. And if you are set, with your career growth, there are some people I've taken as role model, people I look forward to. I've had to be mentored. I have some mentors that have mentored me over the years. I have women that I look forward to, and I've tried to work my life and my career growth towards achieving those set goals. I've read about them. I have some I have contacted, some I speak to. It has been an incredible journey. It has been 10 years of determination. It has been 10 years of purposefulness. It has been 10 years of going out there every day to see that you achieve your set goal. If anyone tells you that hard work does not pay, the person may not just be leading you to the right path of your career. So as I head today, and as I sit today as a group head of retail, I am very grateful to God and grateful to my organization that had seen the worth in me and decided to, put me in that show and in that role. Also, did I tell you that I'm also the first female group head of retail for my organization? I am the first female area manager. I was appointed the first female area manager, first female regional manager, and also today I celebrate as the first female regional manager. So a place where gender is not a barrier, a place where your hard work and resilience and all that you do is being seen and appreciated. I also appreciate my company. I also appreciate my chairman. I also appreciate my vice chairman, and I appreciate my colleagues, wonderful colleagues, people that I've worked with over the years. Most importantly, I appreciate my team, that has made it possible that at all time we are able to work and pull through. It has been ups, there have been ups and downs, but we have been very resilient. We have been purposeful, and with the determination we have always met our set targets and goals. So just here today to celebrate and be thankful that today I celebrate 10 open years of hard work and dedication. So I will have to do another video to tell you more about maybe my challenges, my career growth in details, the things I made to bring me up to speed, what I have done to achieve my set target, and how I was able to juggle my family, my career, and also to achieve all the achievement that I consider today as my wins. That may have to come in another video. But from me to you, I want to say thank you for watching through this, being true to this channel. I want to thank you for watching this video. I want to thank you for staying tuned to this channel. And I also want to ask for your support, that you like, you share, and also let this video be a blessing to someone, especially to the young ladies out there, and to people and young women who want to build a career, who want to seek a career. There are no shortcuts to any growth. There are no shortcuts to any growth, but with determination and with resilience, with the ability and to pray and work hard, you will get to your set target. So from me to you, I want to thank you for watching this video. I want to thank you for staying true to my channel. I said, let's see on the next video. Bye.